Hi everybody, it's just another little video to say hi and to keep you updated with my garden and how life is going. I've been at the hub now for, well, about a week. I'm in Wednesdays, Thursdays and Fridays, so my week kind of looks like a Monday, get the home learning done for the following week. Tuesday is like all of the bits and bobs, documents to get ready, meetings with people, phone calls to you guys if it's that time to phone you guys. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is pretty much at the hub. It's been lovely to see a couple of us there. It's been really nice to see that you're okay and have chats and help you out with your maths and your reading and all of that. And just to see that you're all okay. And it is a shame that I still can't see all of you guys. It's the favourite time of the year for all teachers. The sun is out. It's nearly the end of the year and it's a time where we get to see just how much you guys have learnt through the year. And also, you know, start to relax a little bit and, you know, wind down. You know, we have things like sports day. We normally have more trips. And we just, you know, we tend to go outside and read more and go outside and do stuff. And, you know, it's just a relaxing time of the year with a class that you've got to know really well. So I feel like we're missing out a bit on that. I'm going to show you around the garden. It's a glorious sunny afternoon turning into evening. So I think I'm going to update you on the garden's progress and everything that is growing or sprouting. Some of it's gone absolutely wild. And thank you for everyone who is still sending in things, doing the home learning. I hope your virtual sports week is going well. Had a few back. Keep going with that. And I really do look forward to seeing you whenever it will be. So, have a little look at my garden. See how things are going. So, glorious, glorious sunny day. Look at this. So, we've had to put this up because we think a fox started digging in the soil. But if you peer over it, we've got some sweet peas around there, which are going to hopefully, over the next couple of years, climb up this trellis here. And we've also planted some dwarf sunflowers, which are coming up quite nicely, so hopefully they'll fill the front. We've got some alpine flowers in this little one. And then in here, if you look through, I can't remember what this is, but we've got some lovely flower heads coming through here. They look a bit like carnation flowers, the flowers you get at celebrations. So they're just starting to come through, and there'll be a really lovely flower petal head even. These guys are outside for the first time this week. These are, I say Amy's little project of the chilli plants. So these started growing way back in February inside in like a special little plastic container, so it kept the heat and the moisture, and they are now loving being outside in the sun. We still take them in at night, but hopefully we'll be growing some chilies. And if you look really closely, you can you can see some tiny little buds starting to appear, and just today a little flower has appeared. So we've got some lovely chilli plants enjoying the sunshine. I am afraid to say though that Miss Coop has some very, very tall chilli plants. So she has beaten me on the chilli growing front. I don't know how they are now, but they were certainly very tall a couple of months ago. But still, very lovely little things. The clematis, still growing strong. It's getting nice and bushy now. And we have all of the, I'm going to go the other side. We have all of these flowers starting to look very healthy and enjoying the sun. So we've got these, again, my favourites. I can never remember what they are, but the bees absolutely love that. And they've been opening and closing over the past few weeks with the change of temperature. Some more dwarf sunflowers there. Here are that's what the flowers in that pot over there will look like. They're just a different colour. And you've got these guys who have suddenly appeared. Got lots of buds appearing, and you've got a couple starting to open up. It's all very exciting, and the bees are certainly loving life there. So that's our little, if I take a little zoom out, just a little step back, that's our little sort of chilling out area. We've been sitting and having tea there at night after all our work. It's been quite nice to just chill out, and it's a little patch of our own space outside while everything's still getting back to normal. I remember the last video, we looked at these and they were just starting to come through. We've got popping with colour now, and the bees are constantly flying in and out of these guys. I really like this. Hopefully over the next few years it will kind of start to sort of trail down a little bit as well. Amy's favourite flowers are very, very close to getting heads on. They're a really nice big set of petals on the flower head when they come through. But it's the time we've all been waiting for. It's the veggie patch. So, around here, I've taken the cages off that I made. So here, I'm really squinty, I can't even see my own screen. Here we have our onions, and you can see they are huge, really, really tall. And you can see if you look at the base, they're starting to kind of like appear, and that's what you call bulging. This one's a good example of it. So you can see actually, you know, what is the shape of an onion at the bottom, and that is when they are pretty much at their final stages. And apparently at this stage we hardly water them at all, because otherwise they'll start to rot. So we've got some incredible onions, and all this is just huge. We've got some spinach growing here and some chard. If I go around here, the most surprising thing that started growing is something called pak choy. Now some of you might know that, some of you might not. Well, pak choy is kind of like a Chinese kind of cabbage kind of thing. It's used very much in Oriental cooking, and it's very, very tasty if cooked the correct way. It's one of Amy's favourite veggies. They grow really, really fast as well. Every 40 days apparently another one can grow. So they're going really well. They look really pretty. I really like how they're growing as well. They look really pretty flowers there. We've got our potatoes which are starting to, I think they're probably nearly ready to start being explored a little bit. That's just droop because I've taken the cage off. It's been held up on the cage. So the potatoes are going well. Over here, you see they're swaying in the wind. We've got our carrots that look like miniature forests at the moment. You can tell which ones I planted first though. So they'll be the first set that come out, and then we'll have these ones here. Our garlic has started to disappear a little bit. We had more than this. I think the wet weather probably affected some of them. But again, they're like the onions, they're similar family, so we don't water those much now. Our leeks are starting to get there. You can just see the leeks are looking like pencil shoots. This is a really good one there. So they'll hopefully start getting wider in the ground. And then everyone's favourite, the asparagus that looks like trees, is growing well. And like I've said, we don't harvest those at all yet. We just let them grow and enjoy. And I have to say they're looking very, very good. The biggest news though is the spinach. Now, I didn't realise just how pretty spinach was. But look at the pattern that's creating there. It's a lovely pattern there. If you want to get really technical about it, oh, I've just forgotten the word. I forgot what I was going to say then. But I did not know that spinach grew up like that. So if you can see, they've got proper stalks. And all we've been doing is snipping off the leaves, and they've been huge leaves that we've been eating, and they're really, really, really tasty. But I thought spinach grew kind of low down, you know, like your cabbage. But no, it's sprouted up, and it's a really, really pretty thing that's appeared in our veggie patch, and it's very, very successful. So that's our veggie patch, and I have to say it is looking pretty good right now. It's full of lots of things, lots of green. Oh, I missed out the coriander. Look how tall the coriander's got. The coriander's a herb, and we decided to make a wall between the onions and everything else. But they're absolutely huge. So we're picking off the coriander and harvesting this as well. I've just had some of my couscous at dinner time when I got back. So, and again, I didn't realise coriander grew that tall. So it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, I know it's hard to see how big things are, but if I step back, the size of the onions and the coriander, it's huge. And those carrots are looking good. Look at those bad boys. Can't wait to pull those out. If we go around the rest of the garden, I've started sowing some lawn seed where I've got bits of moss from where it gets damp in the winter. We'll see how that goes. I've tried to cover up a patch that was bedding from the people who owned this before. So we didn't want 2 flower beds because that in the winter floods because of the path a little bit. So I've tried to grow some grass, and to be fair, this week I did its first mow all the way along. It is becoming one, which I'm very excited about. Over here, obviously a month or two ago, this was just greenery and starting to grow with shoots. We've now got some fantastic looking flowers here as well. Amy will remember what they are. I can't remember what they are. She picked these. But we've got some lovely flower heads there. I think it's a bit warm for them. I think they're drooping. Yesterday when it wasn't quite as warm, they're a bit more like that, where their heads were up, whereas they seem to be drooping. We've also got our lavender around the back, which is an absolute haven for bees, and hopefully in the next couple of years our lavender will spread. If we go down to the bottom of the garden, I can't see the screen, it's too sunny. Where am I? Oh yeah. Our magnolia tree is growing well, and more wild flowers are starting to come through. I scattered some wild seeds a good couple of months ago now, and oh, where have they gone? We did have a couple of poppies. Got lots of these lovely sort of large daisy type flowers. Lots of grass seed, which will be good for next year when it drops that seed. We've got some really good wild flowers. There's a nice one there at the back as well. And hopefully, towards September, October time, I'm just going to get a strim all of this, and it will just be like a meadow. I'll leave it, and so hopefully next year we'll have even more grass, even more wildflowers, for a little bit of a wildlife area. The birds have been busy eating all my bird seed as well. So that is that. The garden is looking lovely, and really excited about our veggie patch, with things almost ready to start coming out. It is so nice eating your own spinach though. Right, that's all from me. Hopefully I'll speak to you guys soon, and do keep up with what you're doing. It's really appreciated. Me and Mrs. Croft are very proud of what you're doing in Year 5 at the moment. There's so many people still working very hard, so thank you very much, and I will see you soon, guys. Okay, goodbye.